All right, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Lynton Vanderstein here on a Saturday morning in California, but we know we've got people from all around the globe joining us here with the CrissCrossGlobal Brand Online 365 first ever. This is our inaugural call, and we're super excited to have you joining us. Wendy and I have been in the business of network marketing, direct sales, internet marketing, and we're bringing it all together now here with Brand Online 365. We've been doing this now for about 13 years, and I was sharing a little story earlier today about how when we first got started, we signed up with a big service-based network marketing company, and had been around for about 15 years at the time. And they were just really starting to launch into other countries. And isn't it exciting that we're here with Brand Online 365, and we have a digital product that has already gone around the globe into a number of other countries. In fact, on the call today, we have people from a number of other countries, and we are super excited. I believe it is June 28th. I hope I got my dates right. It's June 28th, Saturday here in California, 2014, and this is our first ever Crisscross Global Brand Online 365 team call. If you've heard Wendy and Lynton's names before, or maybe you've heard our voices or seen us on some of the calls, it's usually been in the aspect of representing one of the corporate webinars or the corporate calls. Now, we've been doing this long enough to know that eventually what we do with our teams, and this is how we've had the most success helping the most number of people to succeed in whatever business or opportunity that we've been in, what we do is at some point, we go ahead and launch our own sort of training platform. We launch our own community within the community of Brand Online 365. We firmly believe that a rising tide lifts all ships, and we're here to help anybody and everybody in the industry of direct sales network marketing, and especially within the Brand Online 365 community, because it truly is our philosophy and our belief system that we want to help everybody and anybody. However, we also want to get focused here, and we want to share some information from a platform that is a little bit more specific, and we're going to get a chance to dig down into some more details. And I was talking also about how there's different types of knowledge. Whatever you do moving forward, you're going to be learning, right? Hopefully, right? Unless you've completely signed off and you're going to go live up in the woods with Grizzly Adams, live off the land, so to speak, and unplug completely. Even if you did that, you'd have to learn some pretty significant wilderness survival skills, right? So one way or another, you're going to be learning probably the rest of your life, and that's what I've truly subscribe to. I'm always looking for the newest information, always looking for the latest technologies and different ways to improve and to expand upon what it is that we're doing here with Brand Online, but also just to expand into the universe and to have a more happy and fulfilling life. So there's two different types of knowledge. There's technical knowledge that will change, and then there's the philosophies and the mindset stuff that won't change. And with the Crisscross Global platform, we want to teach you both. Especially here with Brand Online 365, it is a technical platform, and it is a way for someone to better brand themselves online. And there are some buttons to push, and there are some things to learn. And today we're going to be going into some pretty good detail on some of those technical aspects. But we don't want you to get overwhelmed by that, because really, if you focus on the philosophies and if you focus on the mindset, then you will be open to and you'll be ready to receive the technical information. It won't be overwhelming. So you're going to hear about some of those philosophies and some of the mindset stuff throughout this call, but this is a Saturday call. Normally we would do kind of a what to do first, and we want to continue in that tradition and just know that I'm not going to promise that every single Saturday from this day on for the rest of eternity that we'll be doing a what to do first call. However, we want to get into the routine of that. We always want to have a regular Saturday training call, which is kind of a what to do first, and you know that you can come and get re-engaged and bring brand new people on. However, today is a really special, exciting call because it's really our first call here with the CrissCross Global Brand Online 365 community and our specific team. If you are here, it's because you've been invited either by us personally or by one of our top leaders, and congratulations, because we're excited to have you, and we think that we've got some significant value to share with you. Now, you're going to hear some of those philosophies and some of that mindset stuff, but it'll be more sprinkled throughout. We will be doing some more specific mindset and personal growth trainings as we continue forward, and we'll be recording those, and we'll be making those available to everybody via our CrissCross Global Team Connect app. And that's the first thing. If you look look at your screen there, you're going to want to get on and go to the App Store, go to either your Android or your iPhone App Store, whichever one you're on, or you might be on a smartphone, a Windows-based phone, right? A Surface device or one of the smartphone devices, and you can go there as well. I believe it's up on all three of the stores, and you can search Crisscross Global Team Connect 365, Crisscross Global Team Connect. Go to your little App Store icon on your phone and search Crisscross Global Team Connect 365, and just go ahead and download our app for free. It's a free app, and once you have it on there, then you're going to be connected with us. And as we roll out new notifications, upcoming webinars, upcoming trainings, upcoming support, upcoming live events in your town, perhaps, you're going to get those notifications. You're going to want to stay in touch with that information. And what's super exciting about this is you get to see how this works for you, because what we're doing, what we've already done, we're going to be teaching you how to do, because branding yourself online is the wave of the future. We've known that for some time. We know that everything's going mobile. We know that everybody needs a mobile app. Everyone's going to have a mobile app. We know that we've got a wave of growth ahead of us like we've never seen before, with everybody and anybody that's in business of any type wanting to have their own personalized app. So you're going to go check out our app, go download it, and get connected with us, and then you're going to see how you can do the exact same thing, and we're just going to teach you how to do it for yourself, and then we're going to teach you how to teach others how to do it as well. So I'm going to start off really quickly here with a couple of philosophies, because I think it's a great way to get our heads in the right space for today's training call. Right? And these are some things that don't change. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to sprinkle these throughout, but this is a great way to start it. And this is a couple of philosophies from one of our main mentors, who's no longer alive, but we still consider him a mentor because we've been reading his books, listening to his tapes for the last, 12 to 14 years, ever since we really got started in this industry. His name is Jim Rohn, and you can go and search him out later. Go on to Amazon or go to wherever you like to get your content. You can even just go to his website, jimrohn.com, and you can get his books, his tapes, everything that is published by Jim Rohn. I suggest, I don't have any one specific thing, but one of the philosophies that I've learned from Jim Rohn, he repeats it over and over again in his live trainings as well as throughout his books, is don't ask for a lighter load, work to build a stronger back. Right? Don't ask for a lighter load, work to build a stronger back, right? And then the second one that ties in with that, which is really applicable today to today's training, is don't ask for less problems, work to develop more skills, right? And that's what we want to kick this off with, because what we want to help you do is wherever you are in life, more than likely you're here for the main reason is probably to learn how to increase your income circle. But in the process, there's going to be some skills in between you and that dream, right? There's something in between you and whatever it is that you're seeking. And more than likely, if you get the right skills, you'll get there faster. So we want to try and help you with some of those skills. And so the first skill, if you've already gone and gotten that app downloaded, we hope that you've done that. We want to talk a little bit. If you look at number 2 there on the agenda, we're going to talk about attraction marketing via Facebook. And I'm just going to kind of bust through this. Wendy sent out a great blog email. If you didn't get it, you're going to want to get onto our mailing list. You're going to want to get over to our website, CrissCrossGlobal.com, and put your name in there so we can get you onto our mailing list. And if you're on our mailing list, you'll get an email. Now, we know that not everybody reads emails anymore, right? That's part of the reason why we're here with Brand Online 365, because email readership has gone down so significantly. In fact, it's down to something like 5%. If you send out an email to a group of 100 people, only 5 of them actually open it, right? And I don't know how many of those 5 actually read it, right? And so that's part of the reason why we're here. We want to teach you some skills about how to connect with the people that are wanting to connect with you, right? If you have something of value, there are people out there that want to connect with you. So get onto our email list, but we're not going to depend on this email, because if you have our app, you're going to be able to go to our app and you're going to be able to click on tips of the week, right, which we will be updating on a regular basis. And you can go and you can click on the tip of the week and you'll be able to read them there. But if you did get the email, you probably saw that Wendy sent out an awesome email in regards to Facebook and social media, basically, just like social media 101. And this stuff may be really rudimentary for some of you on the line here. I know that we've got people on the line that have made millions in the industry online, as well as in the industries of network marketing. But, I think it's a good time to kind of slow down a little bit and just remember what the business that we're in, right? It's easy to get caught up in this, internet stuff and all this branding and there's all these, things that you can be doing. And there's, the internet marketing is just, the whole idea of being able to earn income and get more leads and get more people coming to you via the internet. It's a big space, right? There's a lot of different things you can do. And if you just start, looking more closely at some of the ads on the side of your Facebook page, if you are, part of Brand Online 365, you're going to start, Facebook's a pretty smart platform, and they've got some pretty interesting, algorithms behind the scenes, and they're starting to feed us information. And I've noticed, not only because of Brand Online, but because of what we've done in the past, because of all of what I have on my profile on Facebook and all of what I have, all of the posts that I like and the people that I follow and all those things, that all goes into a big melting pot of the Facebook algorithm. And there are people out there that are looking for me. They're looking for people like me that are looking to figure out ways to make more money online. So I'm getting all these posts, status updates on my what we call paid status updates or sponsored status updates, and they show up. They look like it's a friend of yours that posted on your wall, but it's really an advertisement, right? And they're people. That's Facebook's model. They make money by advertising, and we know what space we're in. We've opted in because we built a profile on Facebook, and that's a great way to get started with your internet marketing or your network marketing or whatever business that you're in. That's the way that you should, in my opinion, get started, is to, get your profile built out, clean it up, make it look good. But then once you're there, what do? How do you connect and engage with the people that you'd like to, and how do you attract more of those people to come towards you as opposed to you always going towards them? I was listening to a training yesterday that we've, some of the people online here are very familiar with, and we affectionately call it the winning invitation. It was done by some mentors of ours years ago in the industry, and it's still the information is still so applicable. But one of the things that they talk about in this training is just a short little 20-minute training on how to invite people to hear about what it is that you're up to, right? And the first philosophy behind the winning invitation is don't chase, right? If you chase them, they will run, right? It's just like the chickens. Remember when you went out to feed the chickens, right? And if you tried to chase them around, it didn't matter how hungry the chickens were, they would run if you chased them, right? But if you got a handful of seed and you sat over in the corner and you waited, they would slowly come towards you. And that's really kind of a strange analogy, but that's the philosophy that you want to use on your social media platform, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's any of the other social media platforms that are so popular out there. It's really the philosophy that you want to have. You want to use an attraction philosophy, right? And I'm just going to go over a few tips here, and then I'm going to pass it over to Wendy because we've got some really interesting stuff to get into. And then we've got an incredible gentleman that's coming on at the end of the call. You're not going to want to miss the end of this. Stay on with us because you're going to want to hear about an opportunity if you're ready to step up to the next level of attraction marketing and get connected with some folks that are on our team already that are putting together an advertising co-op. And you're going to hear exactly, if you don't understand that terminology, don't worry, we'll explain it here at the end of the call, but stick with us because you're going to want to hear about that. So here's a couple of tips for you. Once you got your profile built over there on Facebook and you clean it up, you don't want to have a bunch of, photos of you, falling down at the lake last year when you got too drunk or, with egg on your face, so to speak, right? You want to clean it up and it doesn't, you don't want to craft the image, right? What you want to do is just be authentic, right? Be authentically attractive, be yourself, and networkers are the original social media networkers, right? We were always talking about social media and how social media is the way to go and what to do, right? Well, remember that if you are a true networker here, and if you are, it's, if you're here, it's probably for, a number of reasons, but it's more than likely that you are some form of a networker or you're starting to learn about this industry. And just remember that we were the original networkers. We were doing this long before the internet. And so that's the philosophy that I like to share. And that is have a cocktail party mindset. When you're on Facebook, don't go blasting into conversations. Don't go, jumping into the middle of conversations and trying to spout off about, how right you are, right? Because there's two ways that you get to be on Facebook. Either you get to be right, okay, in quotations, you get to be right, or you get to be happy and make money. So you get to decide. Either you're going to be right or you're going to be happy and making money. And why do I say that? Because it's so easy to get caught up in political discussions and all these different controversial things. You know, there's conspiracy theories about this, and there's politics, and there's this, and there's that. And if you really want to benefit in life in general, but it's specific on your social media campaigns, you want to be you want to be friendly. You want to be like you would at a cocktail party. You wouldn't just go up to a conversation at a cocktail party, step into the middle, and start spouting off about something that your opinions, right? Now, your opinions may be very valid, and you may be the smartest person on that topic, and you may be 100% right, but how will the people receive it? And that's really what you want to ask yourself is, how will people receive what it is that I'm saying? If I jump in the middle here and start spouting off, are they going to receive it well, right? And if the answer is no, then you might want to just have what we call restraint of pen and tongue. Sometimes restraint of pen and tongue has been the most powerful tool that I've ever used. Just don't say anything. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't stand up for your beliefs and your values and everything else, but when it comes to making friends, right, really what you're trying to do is you're making friends. We are in the business of relationship marketing. We want to remember that we're completely in the business of relationship marketing. However we do it with technologies, there's so many out there, and we're going to be talking more and more about those technical things that will change and will continue to evolve with the times. There might be a new social media platform that'll come up tomorrow that'll be better than Facebook, right? I kind of doubt it. It might take them a little longer than just tomorrow, but but just remember that this is not the end all be all. However, the philosophies don't change. Have that cocktail mindset. Be happy and make money, as opposed to always having to be right. Now, another thing that we note about this is it's not this or that, it's this and that. Right? So don't get caught up in this world of like, oh man, I learned these old skills. I've got these old relationship marketing skills. I like to go to mixers. I like to that's the way I want to do it. That's great. That's probably still the best way that you can engage with people, network, find new potential partners to come in with you on Brand Online 365. Ask them the simple question, what is exciting to you these days? What are you excited about? Right? It's such an easy conversation. What gets you going these days? And get them to talk. And when they stop talking, you ask them another question. If I could help you get more customers coming to you about what you are excited about, would you want to hear about it? Yes, great. What's your email address? Make sure you take down my name. Make sure that you know that it's coming. I'm sending you this email with a link to a quick little video, and send them the link to your sales funnel. Go into your Brand Online 365 back office, open up your back office and click on resources, and the top link there under resources is a link to your sales funnel. Copy and paste that into a Facebook message, into a text message, into an email, however you get them that link, and let the system do the work for you. Don't be a tool, use the tools, right? So it's not this or that, it's this and that. And that's exactly what we're doing here with Brand Online. Everybody who's in business knows that they need to know more, they need to learn more skills in order to expand their income circle, in order to get closer to their dreams and goals. They know that there's the main thing that's in between them and their goals are a few different skills. Sometimes it's just a few simple ones. Sometimes it's a few simple little changes, some simple little adjustments in the mindset at first, and some skill set moving forward. So here's a couple things that you can do. Post a photo or a video of something in your life, right? The photo could be of a team training, a family picnic, or something in your life that shows you having fun helping other people. Make sure to tag your family and friends or team members if they are in the photo, to help that photo go viral, right? Because that's what happens. You can post up a photo of you just, sitting down to a meeting, having a conversation with another business owner at a cafe or something along those lines. And if that person's not opposed to it, you can tag them in the photo. Now they feel special. They get tagged in the photo, and then their friends see it because you tagged them. It goes onto their wall. It goes onto your wall. That's how Facebook works. We also want you to create a list of 10 friends in your upline or downline and comment on their Facebook every day, right? Go in every day. Now, what Wendy says in this blog post is no more than 15 minutes a day. Now, I know that to me, that sounds like that sounds pretty ambitious to be able to do this in just 15 minutes a day. But if you really, set up a time frame, like I'm going to get on Facebook from 10 to 10:30 in the morning, or when I get home from work from 6 to 6:30 or 6 to 7, right? I'd say, 15 minutes to a half hour, right? Once you start getting a little bit more in depth with Facebook, then you're going to take, you can take some more time as long as that time is bringing value, right? The problem with Facebook is it can be it can be like a can of worms, and it can be like a rabbit hole, and you can go down one way and turn a different direction. So you really want to focus and try to limit your activities to income producing or income potentially producing activities, which are reaching out to people that are positive, that are uplifting, that you're creating those relationships just like you would at a cocktail party. You would go and you would start talking to people. You would then you would go talk to somebody else, but you would take notes. You would get their cards. You would write notes on the back of their cards. You would remember what they're about, and that's exactly the same attitude and philosophy that you want to have. And so if you do this every single day, and you go in and you have 10 people that are kind of the top list, what's going to happen is you're going to start to develop new friendships on Facebook. And you're going to, what I do these days, I go in, I've got, my wall, and I scroll down my wall real quick, and I see, the different friends, whether they're part of my team or not. I like their posts. If I do like them, I'm not just doing it for the sake of doing it, but if they said something cool, or if they got some cool video, I post a like, I give them a like, because that helps their video go a little bit more viral. That can be helping them, right? It's kind of a scratch my back, scratch your back kind of a philosophy, right? It helps to advance the rankings of their page and the way that Facebook prioritizes the preferences and the media on your team's pages, right? And so finally, you want to click on your homepage wall on Facebook and actively engage in some popular conversation going on with your friend network. It's basically what I was just talking about. This is a great way to elevate you and your team's presence online. And so that's the Facebook training for this morning. I know it's really fast and kind of down and dirty, but just wanted to give you kind of an overview, kind of a 3,000 foot view on a Facebook philosophy, or really a social media philosophy. And so with that, I'm going to jump out of the way here because I know Wendy's got some incredible stuff to share. Wendy Vanderstein, come on the line and share with us how to build an app. We're not hearing you, Wendy. Let's see if we can get you unmuted. Stand by, everybody. Okay, take it away.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, fantastic. So we are super excited because we finally have the mobile app. So everybody that has gone ahead and purchased and upgraded to a monthly subscription, which is the very first task that you're going to do, then your login and password to enter your mobile app builder is right in your back office. So what I want you to do is, when we're finished with this mentoring session, is to go to your brandonline365.com, log in, and right here you should have a category called product. Now, if you have not upgraded, then you're going to have an upgrade button right about here that's red, and you should go through the process and upgrade yourself. Okay, now under product, you're going to have the congratulations, you're now able to access the app builder area. And if you are like most people, you're going to want to be on the $100 a month subscription, plus the $10 for your back office, which allows you to participate in the comp plan, plus $11.95 for the hosting and the admin fees. So the total is $121.95 a month. That's where you want to be, because you are going to be able to build multiple apps. So when you're going to meet with a client like Lynton and I did just last week, we were able to log into our app builder, and we were able to, on one of our additional apps that we're not using, we were able to create within 15 minutes. It was really quick, and it was their first time ever playing with the system. We were able to create an app for this prospective client. And what's so cool about that is they don't really care what it looks like. It wasn't the best because their graphics aren't the best, and we used their graphics. But what they love was it their name. It was personalized to them. And they just said, oh my gosh, I think we're in the wrong business. This is the most powerful sales experience I have ever experienced, were their words. So you want to have multiple apps. Number one, you have to have your own apps so that you can show people the business and the power of it. Number two, you want to have additional availability to build additional apps so that you can quickly put some effort into your meeting before you meet with the client. So in your back office, you're going to have a username. Now, the username will likely have a 1, 2, or 3 after it. And basically, your username is when you're paying the $100 monthly subscription, you're going to have one username. And if it doesn't have a number, then that's your first app. The second app is going to have your username with a number 2. The third app is going to be your username with a number 3. So depending on if you want to log in to your first app, second app, or third app, you're going to have to know what your username is, and then you add a 2 or a 3 if you want to log into your second app or your third app, okay? Because every single app has to have its own back office. And then of course the password is not going to change. It's going to be the same for all of it. Okay, once you click on that link, once you click here to access the app builder, then this is what you're going to see. So you're going to type in your username and password, and it's going to bring you here. Now, the very first time that you log in to your app builder is it's going to lead you to the front page, and this is the very beginning for each of the apps that you're going to build. So if you're using, let's say, your app number 2 to mock up different apps for people that you're speaking to show them what it could look like if they were to get their own very special, unique app via your company, Brand Online 365, then you're not going to see this page every time. It's just the first time you log in. Okay, now you're going to select the industry, and you're really going to use the drop-down menu because there's so many templates. And we were doing a app for the financial world, and they even had like stock picks and stock news and all these different things that were perfectly matched up with their business, and they were super impressed that we thought about the buttons to put on their app that had to do with their field of expertise. So make sure that when you use the drop-down menu, you really do give it some thought in regards to the industry. Now, the next thing is you're going to be led to a screen to pick out the mobile app design. Now, of course, you can change this, but you can locate the buttons at the top, on the side, on the bottom. I think they look the best on the bottom. And you can have multiple rows. You can have just one row of 4 or 5, or you can have 2 rows, 5 each, if you've got lots of different buttons and they've got lots of social networks that they may, want to give their audience an easy way to connect with them. So there's lots of different styles that you can play around with this. You can see here at the very top, single row design, multiple row design. So what is important is you guys need to get into your back office, click on that product when we're finished with this training, and go play around with it. All right, the next thing is you get to pick the app features. And, a lot of these are items that, you don't want to overwhelm your audience when you're putting together an app, because you don't want them to get confused, because a confused mind does nothing. But you do want to have a few things on there. So, having a home button location, the location is going to be really cool, because when they click on Find Me or directions, they need that location on there. And of course, events. It's smart to have events. A lot of businesses are having great events to build their customer base or to attract more possible clients. And so having events maybe once a month or a couple times a month is great to be able to push out to their audience. So, and then of course, this shopping cart. Who doesn't have a product that they're selling? Who wouldn't want their mobile audience who are receiving special tips and discounts and so forth, to give them the ability to buy right from their mobile app is tremendous. So a lot of businesses, you'll want to add that shopping cart. Okay, you're going to be led into the 5 things that we do. It's
Hey,
so
Wendy.
simple, point and click. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. You have some audio interruptions. It's kind of futzing in and out a little bit. I think it could be possibly you have a cell phone or an iPad close to your laptop.
Okay.
Try to move some
Thank
of
you
that
for
stuff
that.
away. Okay, sounds better now. Thank you.
Oh, I had no idea. See, we're learning each and every day. Even I'm learning from my husband. Awesome. Okay, that buzzing is going away, isn't it? Perfect. Okay, so this is so simple. It's point and click. So all the little buttons that you guys have just picked out on the previous screen are now showing up on functionality. You can always have you. Next item. Okay, next, the content. Now, these are all the little icons that are showing up on your app. When you click on each of these icons, like for instance, the home button, when you click on it, this is what you're going to see. Now, this is where you get to put in your website or your client's website, the email, the telephone, all the important details. You can even upload an image and so forth. So you want to click on each of these. A lot of people may just move on to the next screen without actually opening up each of these tabs to go in there and make sure that the information is correct, or put in any stuff. Add the web view, the name, and the so under paintings, this is really cool. If those people have an Instagram, a lot of people are utilizing not just Facebook and Twitter, but they're utilizing Instagram now. So you can actually link up their Instagram account. All right, next. Am I getting that sound? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's we got some
All right, I guess
interference.
you can.
We have some interference,
Okay,
Wendy. So you might want to move your laptop a little bit. Make sure that there's no other RF devices that could be interfering.
all right. Okay, so the next appearance. So this is where you can actually change the background of what your app is going to look like. You get to upload pictures, which is so much fun. This is really what gives someone's unique app that uniqueness, right? So you can also add multiple sliders. And again, you want to play around and get in there and just play with the buttons and put together a practice app for yourself by playing with all these buttons. Now, the last part is the preview. Now, this is where it's going to show you what your app is going to look like on the front page. So this is the app in the Android and so forth. Now, in order to publish your app, you've got to give a little bit of thought in regards to what Apple and Android are going to see, because they're being submitted to this global network of the Android store as well as the Apple store. And so I know that Apple is very particular. So you want to put in items of what your audience is going to benefit, or how they're going to benefit from your app. And you can kind of look at some of the examples on the other side here. This is the example bullet point list. You can almost just copy it, or you can add your specific items. Now, if you go to the App Store right now and you look at any app before you download it, you can look at the description, you can look at the different screens and so forth. Well, this is what's going to show to the public. So make sure there's no spelling errors, and make sure your message that you're communicating with the public, this is going to be uploaded in the App Store on Google as well as the Android as well as Apple. So this is an important area. Next, the most significant, the coolest part of the whole app and I love this part, and Lynton touched on this, is because we can communicate with everyone. So hopefully you guys have ended up downloading our app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually log into our app and I'm going to send a push notification. What's really cool is you can decide who to send the notification to. You can send it to just the iPhone users, just the Android users. You can send it to your Facebook page or your fan page. You can connect it to your Twitter account. This is remarkable. This is going to save every one of our customers hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. When you have the $100 a month subscription, you have unlimited push notifications. What if you only want to push something out, or your client wants to push something out just to their Facebook fan page, but they don't want it going out to everybody else? Well, they can do that. They can even send out a message that is geo-targeted to a specific area that they can locate, possibly within 5 miles of an address, or as far as, 5,000 miles from a particular audience, which is pretty much everyone in the world. But the radius and the geo-targeted advertising is incredible. And then the content, we can help someone look very professional. And with the $100 a month subscription, you're going to get all these different coupons and artwork that you can apply to your content. So what we're going to do real quick is I'm going to show you, let's see. Okay, so we're in our back office right now for our CrissCrossGlobal Team Connect app. And so I'm going to send this out to everyone. Hello to everyone on the mentoring webinar. Marketing co-op with MPR partners is coming up. Okay, so here is the little message. And now I can send it out to the app users on Apple, Android. I can connect with Facebook and with Twitter. Now the next thing I'm going to do is click on the location. Now the location, this is I'm going to send it out to all users, or I can specifically give a location and instruct the program to do a radius via kilometers or miles. So in the United States, we use miles, and I know Hannah over there in South Africa who's joining us, she might use kilometers, right? So this is a tremendous tool for those that might be doing an event, or they might have a restaurant or a bakery that their baked goods are going to go bad. They're going to throw them in the garbage at 5 o'clock when they close. So the last 2 hours that they're open, they're going to send out a push notification of a coupon 75% off on all our baked goods between now 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 5 o'clock when they close. And they're going to push it out to everyone within 10 miles of them, right? Because if you're further than 10 miles, you're probably not going to that bakery. So this is a tremendous tool. So for us right now, we're going to send it out to all users. Now the content, this is where it gets really cool, because you can link it to your website, you can link it to a specific tab on your actual app, so that when it goes out, it opens up on a specific tab. Or you can choose from offers. Now look at all the categories we have, and there's lots of different templates within each category. Just think about this. You're marketing your mobile app and sharing the value of why every entrepreneur and business owner needs one of these. And some people are spending $100,000 to have one built. So we can add a lot of value for those business owners that are just really trying to work within their budget, and we can make them look really professional. Right now we've got auto dealerships. We've got different bands, so there's a lot of people involved in Southern California, and they've got a band. So we've got bands. How about bars and restaurants, clubs? We've got education. We've got, how about working out? Anybody in the health and wellness type community, you can pick one of these awesome gyms here. How about hair salon? How many of you have a professional salon or a barber that you go to, why don't they have their mobile app where someone can book their appointment on their calendar straight from the mobile app? How cool is that? All right, the next one, just to show you, lawyers. Hey, lawyers could definitely use their own mobile app, and I'm certain that they probably can afford our prices for certain. Nonprofits, how many nonprofits do you know out there that could use their app to further donations and further awareness about their mission? All right. We've got realtors. This is going to be a huge category. Every realtor, I know this because I am a realtor. I don't practice, I don't represent clients any longer. I refer them out because we're so busy with our Crisscross Global business. But I will tell you, realtors spend an awful lot on marketing themselves, and they've got to stay in front of their audience. This is incredible. It will save them thousands of dollars. And if any one of you has a realtor that you'd like me to speak to on your behalf, I can certainly share with them how they're going to benefit from having their own personalized app. How about churches? And then we've got restaurants, spas, promotions, coupons, social media, invitations, referrals, just for fun. There are so many, and we're going to be adding more. So with this, you can pick your actual picture, or what you can do is you can change the picture. Once you add a picture, you can click on change picture, and then you can go ahead, that's Lynton and I, and you can go ahead and pick a picture from your computer, upload it, and then that picture will go in there. Now, all you have to do is type in your message, and we're going to type in our company name, and then we have a webinar offer that is only good for everybody that's joining us. So join us now. So I'm going to just go ahead and send this out. So what we do is we can schedule it. So let's say a business or yourself, you want to do a whole month of messages. You want to send out one a day, or maybe one every other day, or one every 3 days. You can go ahead and schedule all of your messages before you go on vacation, or you can have an assistant sit down and schedule them on the first of every month and plan out the entire month. Or you can just go in there and send right now. So send now, we're going to click that button and then publish message. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to receive that particular message that we just sent out, and let's see if that went out. So here it is. Here I said also post it to our Facebook, Crisscross Global, and here is the, whoops. Here is hello to everyone on the mentoring webinar. Marketing Co-op with MPR Partners is coming up. Okay, so there's that. And if you actually have the app on your phone, you're going to see the little coupon, the invitation that was added to the graphics. So with that, let's get back on with our webinar here, and let's go to our next highlight of what we've got going on. And I'm so excited because my husband and I have had the pleasure of becoming good friends with just a marketing genius. He and his wife have been in the marketing space and helping nonprofits, and just they love to serve. And so about a year ago, we got to know what they were all about, their success that they've had in the past, their success that they continue to experience, and their involvement and their desire. They've got hearts of gold and their desire to help others. So their company is called MPR Partners, and they are actually partnered with Brand Online 365. They are top leaders. They're growing a huge team. Their names are Carrie and Christina Hancock. And Christina really leads up, she's very, very involved with a lot of nonprofits and helping them to really reach their mission. And so I love that she's always giving. She's also a mother of 7 children, and Carrie, who is her husband, has had this marketing company for a couple of decades. They were high school sweethearts. They have been dating since they were like 16 years old. I think Christina was even younger at that time, and have been together for a couple of decades now, and just have a beautiful family. They have experience with infomercials, radio commercials, internet marketing, billboards. I mean, you name it, these guys know what they're doing. So they have partnered with Brand Online. They're growing their own team, but we got the chance to sit down with them and really talk about how can we implement a marketing campaign so that everyone can work with their warm market, but also have an influx to grow their business fast with the CrissCrossGlobal team, with NPR partners, and reach their income goal much faster than if they were only working warm market, if they implemented a cold market strategy. And how could we work with the compensation plan of Brand Online 365 to really make sense of spending money on an advertising budget? So without further ado, I'd love to bring the founder, their creator of NPR Partners, Carrie Hancock, onto the line. And let me just unmute him real quick. Okay, I believe he's unmuted. Welcome, Carrie, to the webinar, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hey, Lynton and Wendy, thank you so much for the kind introduction. Could everybody hear me fine?
I can hear you great.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm just going to do a recap. I want to kind of paint the picture for everybody what the benefits of these co-ops is going to be for everybody. And I think first, just in case anybody's on the line that does not know what a co-op is, basically it's taking a group of people that put in a sum of money, ideally an equal share of money, and we take all that money put together. So like there's 3 of us that put in $500, we have $1,500. We now take that $1,500 and we buy media. Ideally, we're going to buy radio initially. And then we take those leads that come in and we distribute them evenly to each person that, purchased into the co-op. So basically, at the end of the day, it allows people to get a massive amount of advertising at a cost that either they wouldn't initially pay for up front or they couldn't afford to do on their own. And it allows us to go for a massive reach. If you got enough people participating in the co-op, we can easily do nationwide radio ads, have a lot more spots, get a lot more bang for our buck, and produce a lot more leads. And at the end of the day, you guys, it's just about that. It's about creating incoming leads of people that are looking for a home business. So instead of us having to go out there naturally on our own like we do belly to belly, which we support 100%, we're putting our ads out there on the radio or TV or billboards, whatever we're doing, and we're getting people to call us, or we're sending them right to our sales funnel, and it's just completely basically automated at that time. Wendy, is it okay if I talk about the mini co-ops?
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys, you've got to really catch this. There's something special with Brand Online 365 because of our check matching bonuses that we're able to do in co-ops that with 99% of the other network marketing companies I've talked to, this was not possible. And it's only because of these 50% check matching bonuses and how much we're able to actually make on the front end that this is possible. But one of the types of co-ops we're going to be doing, they're called mini co-ops. And what it's going to be 3 people. And with 3 people, and there will be a minimum buy-in on these for $500 because there is only 3 people. But here's how it works. Wendy introduced me to the business. So Wendy puts in $500. I put in $500. I introduced Bob into the business. He puts in $500. So now we have $1,500 amongst 3 people. Well, what we're going to agree to do is take all the ads and drive them underneath Bob, the guy that I introduced at the bottom. So that means that $1,500 in radio ads is now going to all those direct signups are going to go directly underneath Bob, not to me, not to Wendy. Now, how can we do this and why would we do this? It's because of the check matching bonuses. Basically, it only takes 3 people to come in. You know, if we do 3 game changer packages, that's all it takes for all of us to either get our money back or be in the high profits. I mean, Bob, with 3 deals at $750, you do the math, that's over $2,100. He's way in the green. He's way in the profits. But the bottom line, you guys, this is going to create huge excitement for people to get involved. I mean, who's not going to want to be part of a co-op? If I come to you and say, I got $1,000 ready to put behind your $500 in radio ads, who's going to say no to that? So far, everybody I've spoken to, nobody has said no to that. I mean, they're super excited. So once again, we're really looking forward to once we fine tune and we have our sales funnel 100% ready to go, which I believe we are right there. We can start rolling out these mini co-ops, and at the same time, you guys, we're going to be doing big national co-ops where we could have hundreds of people participating, and we'll be doing national radio ads all across the country on Sirius XM, you name it, and eventually television.
Hey, Carrie, it's Lynton.
Awesome. Wow. Well, thank you, Carrie.
Can you hear me, Carrie?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, buddy.
So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and
I
ask.
have a question for you, Carrie. Would this would apply to the product as well as the opportunity, correct? So, for example, we could potentially do a co-op that's really more ad campaign that's really more focused on just small business owners that are gonna want to be building their own app. We know that there are a number of other companies that are out there that are doing just that, but we've looked at those companies and we haven't seen anything that compares to the app builder that everybody just saw. So once we have a product specific sales funnel, we could also do a co-op that's focused more on just selling the product as well. Is that correct?
100%. Once we have our customer sales funnel, there's no doubt. I mean, obviously, we all should know that we're at the right place at the right time. The demand for mobile apps right now is so big, we can totally do a co-op just going after customers and be selling the customer packages, the one-time packages.
Fantastic. I appreciate that, Carrie. Any questions from Wendy?
No, I'm just very excited about it because this is specific for our group. So when you're out there speaking to people in the marketplace, this is a big differentiator. Nobody else that will eventually come along with Brand Online will be able to offer this. This is just for our group. So you guys take advantage of this, and we're going to be teaching people how to really describe this, how to share the value and the benefits as we start to roll this program out. We just wanted to broaden your awareness, let you know that it's coming, and start you thinking along those lines of how many people could you add to your list if you were to put together a mini co-op and were to do exactly what Carrie had just described. Let's say you put in $500 to the co-op, your sponsor put in $500 to the co-op, and then your brand new person put in $500 but got $1,500 worth of advertising. Incredible. So we'll be talking more about this. Obviously, now that we're doing our very own CrissCrossGlobal team trainings and mentoring and so forth, you're going to be hearing more up-to-date information in a much faster manner. So thank you very much, Carrie. I know that you and Christina have a busy day today.
Wendy, I just had a couple last things
thank
to.
You guys. I appreciate it. We're super excited.
Thank you, Carrie. Wendy, I just wanted to add a couple last things here before we let Carrie go, and kind of wrap this whole training up with this, and that is that the old way of networking is to go to cocktail parties, it's to go to mixers, it's to go to networking events, it's to walk down the street in your local area and walk into businesses and say hello to people, become part of the community in any way that you can. Join your church, join your Rotary Club, all of the things that we used to do, and those all come under the description of organic growth, right? That's what we call organic growth, whether it's getting out on Facebook and just friending five new people a day, going into your friends list and finding people that have common interests. These are all ways that we call organic growth. There's lots of other ways online that we can do organic growth, which means that you're not necessarily spending any money. However, all of it takes time. It's going to cost you time one way or another. What Carrie's just talking about, what we're introducing to the Crisscross Global team, and what we're going to share with you here at the very end on how to get in touch with us so that we can, put you on the list of who wants to be a part of this rollout with Carrie's co-op platform. And just so you know, Carrie and Christina are part of our leadership team here with CrissCross Global. You'll be hearing their names on more calls. We'll be doing some more exclusive webinars with Carrie because he has a wealth of information, wisdom, and experience to share with us all. And that's part of our community here with Brand Online 365 CrissCross Global team. The non-organic growth costs money, right? So either it's going to cost you time or it's going to cost you money. One way or another, time is money, right? So one way or another, it's going to cost you some money, right? Either you're going to go out and spend that time or you're going to go and spend some dollars. And at the beginning, I shared about how it's not this or that. It's this and that. Now, you don't have to do what we're sharing with you with the co-op platform. You absolutely don't have to feel any pressure whatsoever. It's just another way for you to go out and find some more leads, some more potential prospects coming to you as opposed to you doing the old-fashioned, old-school way of trying to chase people around. Remember, don't chase them. If you chase them, they will run. So the non-organic costs money, and we're going to do some of these some of the micro co-ops as Carrie was talking about. Wendy, if you could at the end, once you finish your what you're going to wrap it up here with, if you wouldn't mind, put up your email address or CrissCrossGlobal@gmail.com. Either inbox CrissCrossGlobal@gmail.com, which is my main email, or Wendy Vanderstein. Wendy at wendyvanderstein.com. If we could put those up, Wendy's going to put it up right now. You can inbox either one of us. We'll get you onto a list, and that way, as soon as we are ready to 100% roll out a co-op, you can be one of the top people to join that list. And so we're really excited about that. I'll just pass it back to you, Wendy, to wrap up the call. And thanks again, Carrie.
All right. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Lynton. Let me just type this. Okay, and I'll let everybody write that down. So the last part we're going to go over and is really about expanding your mind to expand your list. So who do you know that you can add to your list? And everyone should have a list of a minimum of 100 people. By pulling out your phone, by looking on your Facebook, by looking on your Twitter, by pulling out your yearbook or your employee directory or your PTA directory or your nonprofit, groups or subgroups that you're involved in. Start making a list of all those people's names. Start making a list of what are the businesses that you are a patron of. Where do you go get your haircut? Where do you go to get your baked goods? Where do you go to meet someone for coffee? What's your favorite place? And who's the person behind the cash register? Who is the insurance broker that you've been paying every single month for your health insurance, your life insurance, your auto insurance, your home insurance? Who are those people? It's a reciprocal world, and they will be more than happy to hear from you, especially when you're going to be saving them money and showing them a way to interact with their customers and prospective customers so much better. So here's our email addresses, and let's just wrap this up with basically there's a couple of important things that we really want to do, and that is when you're putting together that list and you're getting ready to call them, you want to always be in a hurry. You want to call someone, send them a text, send them an email. Most importantly, picking up the phone. There is no substitute for picking